It's your girl Swan Angel here, bringing to you a brand new video. Yeah, and it's that time again, lovelies. Yeah, it's Carnival, the time we play Mas. Alright, sorry, it's just Carnival is that type of season where you just get pumped up and you just want to dance and jump. Seriously, it is. I just love Carnival. Even though I don't take parts, like I don't parade streets and dress up, I still love the spirit of Carnival. It's so fun. Okay, for those of you who are not aware or familiar with Carnival, Carnival is a nationwide celebration here in Trinidad and Tobago that is celebrated on the Monday and Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, so before the Lenten season. And Carnival came about when the French, they used to have this thing called Carnival. It's kind of close to what you see in Mardi Gras in New Orleans, right? So the French people came up with carnivals where they have like extravagant balls and parties and dance. And when the Africans were emancipated, which means to be set free for those of you who don't know what that means, when they were emancipated, they picked up this tradition of carnival, and it's like they just wanted to celebrate being free. And the rich upper crust, I think that's it, the rich upper crust, they used to celebrate with the carnival, so the Africans wanted to do it as well, and I'm glad they did. It was so fun. So even though the modern day costumes are fun, I really I'm just really close. I'm just more partial to the old time mask, so old mask as we call it here. So for this video this week, in celebration of Carnival, I'm going to draw 3 Ole Mas characters. These are my interpretation of those characters, so they mightn't be 100%, but they are based off these Ole Mas characters. Okay. And most of the information I collected from about these Ole Mas characters, I got it from the National Carnival Commission website. You can go look it up if you want to, because they have a whole list and information about the various Ole Mas characters, which kind of so racist today, but let's get started, shall we? Okay, lovelies, so the first Ole Mas character I chose to portray is Dame Lorene. So many of us know that Dame Lorene is the very endowed woman, is a voluptuous woman who wears a long flowing dress. She has a parasol, or we say an umbrella, a hat, and a fan, and she'll parade down the street in a little beat going like pam banana banana banana, and you just see her jiggling down the street. So Dame Lorene, it's an imitation of the 18th and 19th century French planters who used to dress up in elaborate dresses, and the planter's wife of apparently, of course, they dress up in fancy dresses and they'll dance and do the dance of that time. Now when the slaves were liberated, they wanted to feel like the aristocrat, and they will imitate the dress of the planters' wives, and they will use whatever they had. They will use rags and there's any old thing lying around to portray the dress of that time. And also apparently they had big bosoms and big butts. I don't really understand that. I know usually black people is more with those shapes, but apparently the wives had it, so they will stuff straw and stuff inside the bosom and the behind areas, and they will walk around. It's more like a insult than flattery, but that's how Dame Lorene was created. And traditionally, Dame Lorene was multiple characters. It was one person will have the bosom and one will have the bottom, and it was really a skit. It wasn't just one character. It was a skit that used to be played before on the mass grass, and over time the character just developed into one. So now this one character will have the bosom and the bottom. And traditionally men used to portray Dame Lorene, not women. Men used to dress up in these costumes, but in today's society, mostly women play Dame Lorene. And it's mostly because back in the day, even in Shakespearean time, men used to do all the roles, both male and female roles. Because I don't know, just I think women can't act. But we all know differently now, don't we? So with this character, I mainly wanted to put her in a yellow dress. But then I saw the, what do you call it, silver dust. Sorry, in Trinidad, any dust like it's called silver dust, but it's gold dust and glitter. That's it, glitter. I don't use this much, but I saw the glitter and I was like, that would look good. And in drawing her, I left parts so I could put the glitter on. And I was like, yellow dress with gold glitter. I was like, nah. So I chose the green, and I really liked how it came out. I'd have originally the gloves were supposed to be in glitter as well, but I was like, that's overkill. That's overkill. And I like the yellow accents of the gloves on the belt around her. And this is my portrayal of the Dame Lorene character. And yes, I said she traditionally wears a hat, but I just wasn't feeling the hat. I drew it and I was like, nah. And I just saw this hairstyle and I was like, yep, this is it. This looks good on her. This is my Dame Lorene character, okay? And what do you guys think? Do you like my interpretation of the Dame Lorene? I know I like her. She looks good. Okay, lovely. So the second Ole Mas character I chose to portray are minstrels. Minstrels are any band that, you know, they choose to paint the face or not, and they play instruments like the banjo, like my character is have right now. It's a kind of, is it a banjo? Anyhow, banjo, maraca, clappers, rattle, and they wear clothes like from American style clothes, like the Uncle Sam long coat and his stripes. They also wear a felt hat and boots, and it's just a flip on blackface. So people who don't know, blackface is usually when white people paint their faces black to portray or to act like black people, or to portray their version of what they think black people act or look like. Don't get mad. Now, minstrels are the opposite of that. They are black people who paint their faces white, as you see on my drawing, who make fun of the who make fun of the plantation owners. Okay? They imitate the American Negro dancers of days gone by, and they usually sing old plantation songs like Swanee River. I think that's how it goes. I'm not sure. So I'm not really familiar with a minstrel dance singer. I've seen these characters, but I've never actually heard much about them. So I was like, when I was going through the list of Ole Mas just to get more information about them, this one caught my fancy mainly because of the reverse blackface, and it's called whiteface. So one thing I've realized when doing research, that most, or if not all, Ole Mas characters mainly to like clap back at the plantation owners who like owned the black people, well, the Africans, as slaves. And I don't know how to feel about that. And I think it was really appropriate back in the day. But I don't know. I'm really having mixed feelings. I'm like, yeah, they're all characters that we have and we grow up with, and they have meaning. Most of the people don't really know the meaning. Like me, I didn't know. I have to research it. But I don't know. What do you guys think about the history of our Ole Mas characters? Never thought about it much. Just knew they always existed. But the minstrel, I'm really happy with his design because he's a dude and I drew him. I drew a dude. And he looks like a dude. That's the main important. He looks like a dude, right? Please put in the comments if my minstrel looks like a dude. But anyhow, he's dancing on the old film, singing the old songs, making fun of his old master, seriously. And this is, I really like how this came out, because he loves it. That's Calypso. Calypso. So the third and final Ole Mas character I chose to portray is the Midnight Robber. Ooh. Okay, the Midnight Robber is said to strike fear in the hearts of everyone. He comes in at night, he blows his whistle, and he frightens you, terrifies you with his rubber talk. His speech is said to strike fear in your heart so that you will part with all your money. Okay, so yeah, that's what basically it is. He's a midnight robber. His character is based off of the American Old West, you know, where they have the pistols and the frame-brimmed hat and all those things. So that's basically what the midnight robber is, but all in black. That's it. He wears a black shirt, black pants, black boots, black hat, and he has a black cape that has death symbols on them. And I was like, okay, this dude is just all black. But modern interpretation, they've added a lot of color to it. But I like the all black, and that's what I got this idea from. To just have white outlines of him and just have nothing but black, just black, black, black. And in my head, the idea was so cool. I still think it's cool, but the execution wasn't 100% because my masking fluid isn't 100%, seriously. Because when I was trying to rub it off after the, you know, applying the paint, it wasn't coming out. It just wasn't. But anyhow, the Midnight Robber is one of the most recognized characters in Trinidad and Tobago. I think everybody knows who the Midnight Robber is. Even if they don't know his history or his background or why he is the way he is, I still think if they see someone wearing mostly black, or hey, somebody could be all colorful and just has the big, huge hat on their head, everybody know that person's playing a Midnight Robber, okay? And also one thing that the Midnight Robber does is that he has like a money purse shaped like a coffin. Yeah, I don't know why, but he has it shaped like a coffin. And when he does his rubber talk, and you know he scares you out of your money, he puts your money in that coffin. So to me, how everything is black and he always has like the death symbols all over him, I was like, that the Midnight Robber reminds me of death. Like, you know, the skeleton dude with the black cape and the sight, I'm like, the Midnight Robber is death. Seriously, it's just the Trinidadian version of death. What do you guys think? What do you talking too much. What do you lovelies think? Do you guys agree with me? Do you think the Midnight Robber is like the Trinidadian version of death, except he doesn't take your life, he just takes your money, which can make you take your life. But anyhow, that's good. That was going too far. But also one thing that the Midnight Robber always reminded me of was Shadow. May his soul rest in peace. I always love Shadow, and every time I see him on stage, he always have a hat and he have a black, okay, I have no idea what is the name of the thing he wore, but he have a black long dress thingy on him. If you know the real name, please put it in the comments, I would like to know. And he'll sing and he's like, yeah, 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 yeah. Did it, I am, man. Okay, sorry. I really like Shadow. He's one of my favorite singers. May God rest his soul. So, what do you guys think of my Midnight Robber? It didn't end up the way I wanted it to, and I think I might do this over again, but I'm really happy with the result. Alright, lovelies, so these are the final product of my Ole Mas characters, Miss Dame Lorene, the Minstrel, and the Midnight Robber. So, as I've mentioned, Dame Lorene is my favorite Ole Mas character of all times, not just because we both got big boobs and big bum. And the Midnight Robber, I love the design I did for him, but the execution didn't come out 100%. So I think I'm going to screenshot and do this digitally, and you'll see, because it didn't come out, but it's alright. And the background was a little too bright. It was kind of competing with the actual design I had, so I put a layer of paint over it, and I kind of like it. It's supposed to be like spirits in the back. So what do you guys think of my Ole Mas characters? I hope you liked my interpretation of them. And please, what are your favorite Ole Mas characters? Leave it in the comments below, and I might draw them in next week's video, because that's the week before Carnival, people. Seriously. So thanks so much for watching, lovelies. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you again next week. Bye. Yeah. Well, are you ready for a brand new discovery? Calypso.